South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
And welcome to the breakfast. That's so weird, the breakfast. How's the breakfast?
It's the breakfast. It could be like the Breakfast Club. It could be a lot of things, but it's not the breakfast, is all I'm saying. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am. Happy Friday to you. I can't even. I'm just going to do what we do. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Yeah, what do you mean you're going to do what you do? What are you doing?
It's Good Friday. How are you doing?
Yes, it is a very magical time in our beginnings. It is a time of reflection. I think the Jewish faith does something as very similar, no?
Yes, we had Passover past 2 nights. We had Seder.
You do, but it's a time of reflection. Isn't there a special deal you do when it's a time of reflection, looking at what you've done the past year, and you're sort of, the symbolism is Christ was crucified today, but the symbolism is that you crucify all the bad things that you attempted to do and to change, and the next 3 days is reflection. It's about the cleansing of the soul, and then it's the rebirth on Sunday. So this is it's really funny. I never worked on, I don't know why I have these. I never worked on Good Friday. And every time I did something bad, always happened. So I came up with a deal for myself. I said, if I do work on a Friday, then the next 3 days I have to do something for other people to sort of balance it and give back, because it can't be all about doing the work and not reflecting and doing something back. So with that being said, I'm happy to announce that we have a packed early morning deal. We have a few announcements we're going to be making. We got a few things that people are actually going to distribute some stuff. We got Jeff from Promo for Stuff for You. He's actually sending some material for us, and we're going to put an ad campaign. So the Crazy Eddie in Me will be coming out. And I'm also excited to talk about the 2-minute warning with Benny Blaze and the Blaze Brothers. I don't know if it's the Blaze Brothers or it's just Benny.
For now, it is just Benny with some special guests that will be calling in from the NFL, current and former players. So we're kicking that off in 2 weeks on draft day, actually, on the 23rd. So that is being kicked off. They're going to be airing at 7:30 p.m. on WWNN. It will be the 2-minute warning and going forward from now until football season. So that's pretty exciting. A new show.
Now that particular show is going to be talking about the draft that night, right? And he has a couple of surprise guests and what have you that he's going to be bringing in there. And then that show is going to be talking about football, correct? We're going to be doing a little bit of football. And boy, can we use a little break in the action, because I'm going to tell you, it is tough goings out there. But now it is official. The NFL draft is official. It's really going to happen that day.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is the confirmation we've received from them that the draft is going forward, and it's all going to be on video. So all the draft picks will be going into their platform. That will be a safe platform to see who is picked and when. And it will be it'll be on that Thursday night on the 23rd. It starts at 8 o'clock is the draft, which is interesting because then I think it lasts forever. You think quarantine lasts forever? I think the draft lasts longer than forever.
It lasts 3 days.
It lasts forever. I remember 28 years ago, and I was pregnant with my daughter, big as a whale, parked at the beach in Dallas, not the beach, but my pool. But I felt like a beached whale at the pool. And everyone was listening around this pool to the draft. And that's probably what ended up putting me in labor, a couple days later, because it was just this rhetoric of over and over and over again. So it's funny. I always think about that draft day in 1992 when I was so incredibly pregnant with Chelsea. It was a long time ago.
Well, the draft is a very important tool for kids coming out of college. Okay, now your son Aaron, who, by the way, was hilarious yesterday when he did the comedy piece, and we got a picture of what I want to use for Aaron. We'll put it up in a second. I'll send it over to Teddy. But Aaron, coming out of college, he's going to take the bar. He's going to become an attorney. Same thing that Sarah did, and she is a working attorney. This is their bar. This is their SAT. This is them growing from playing college football into the pros. So it's a big deal. It's big business. Big business.
Huge.
The combine's a big business. Just putting a camera on a kid running a 40-yard dash, and if he sets a record, like if he runs a 3.9, I mean, that's a big deal. And whatever team drafts him can change the history of the game. Herschel Walker. The biggest news was when they drafted Brady. I think he was the 269th draft pick on the third day. Goes on to play and become the greatest football quarterback in the history of the game. So draft day is very important. It depends on your perspective. If you're not a big football fan, then think of it this way. You have Tampa Bay is going to be holding the Super Bowl, right? Which is very close to us. You have Mr. Brady is going to be playing in Tampa, right? Mr. Brady also brings with him all these expectations, all this fun. Miami and Tampa have always had a rivalry, if you believe in stuff like that. So you're going to watch, the games are going to be more intense here in Florida. And that's just to say here in Florida. For me, a New Yorker, I really don't care. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to this show. I know that we're going to, I think the first show, we're going to co-host with him. Is that what the deal was?
I think so. On that Thursday night, the 23rd. And he's had a lot of callers. I don't know how they're going to keep it to 30 minutes. We may end up doing a little bit longer on streaming because, Benny's got such a following. He was the #1 draft pick back in the day. Back from University of Miami going out. I know Brian will be a special guest, and he's got some other incredible guests that are going to be calling in. The hardest thing, the biggest challenge is going to be keeping it into that 30 minutes on the radio. So we're going to see, and juggling all those phone calls coming in. But it's exciting to actually have a new show coming out that talks about something different than everything that we do, right? Football, entertainment, it's time to get back to some of those things. And instead of waiting, see, this is what we've talked about in marketing. We plan to start this show, football season. This show was supposed to be kicked off, no pun intended, in August. But because of where we are right now, everyone needs a little bit of hope, a little bit of fun, a little bit of something more than what we're watching on TV and regular TV. So we're kicking it off a little bit early. So we're excited that that's happening with Exposure Sports and the Benny Blades Foundation, Benny Blades 36. And all of that, we've just moved it up quite a few months. So put on your roller skates, Batman, because you got lots of work to do.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to that. But you're going to see the little logo that Teddy put up before. We're going to highlight a little bit of that. We're going to talk about the new show. We're going to talk about some of the things that are going on in the football world, just to change it up a little bit, give people an opportunity. Hey, listen, baseball, they're talking about playing in empty stadiums. I heard that the NBA, according to our reliable sources, the producers from Benny's show, the NBA is talking about going into gyms and having one-on-ones with famous players after they've been checked, just to keep the flow going, because you're right, this is such a dark hole that our country is sitting in right now. And we've always found a way to entertain ourselves. And it's really funny, Dawn, because we talked about Bob Hope and the name Bob Hope. And he used to go out and talk to our military guys because we were on some dog days with the Vietnam War and some of the other stuff that he covered. And it's funny because we're looking for something. We're looking for a little spark, maybe to give you a laugh or two, maybe a sports this or sports that. So I look forward to this show. It gives me the thrills because I've never been involved in the draft in my life. And here you are with me sitting with a guy who's drafted #1. How many people do you know ever drafted in the NFL? Forget about #1 in the day. Forget about all that. that was even drafted. That's
Well,
amazing. My son,
you know what excites me more than that is that he went to the U. So back in the
and you had
day,
some, but let me
we
ask
were
you,
there.
do you remember some of the great players that came out of the U when you were there?
Sure, because I was there at the same time they were. He's a little bit older, but I got there in the middle 80s. They were there in the early 80s. We overlapped a little bit, but sure. It
I
was a
mean,
lot of fun hanging out in the football dorms is all I can tell you as a freshman. Yeah.
Wayne the Rock Johnson was on and came out of that football team also.
He was there. Edgar Bennis was the kicker. Michael Irvin was there. Jimmy Johnson. That was all when I was there in the 80s at the University of Miami. Pretty spectacular time in football.
Did you hang out with Mr. Johnson?
Did I what?
Did you hang out with Mr. Jimmy Johnson?
No, he was never hanging out in the football dorms when I was there. He wasn't there, just the player.
Which football? Wait a minute. Which football players did you hang out with?
That shall remain a secret. Unfortunately, one of my good friends who was a football player, he was killed shortly after college in the situation. So, as much as they play and as much fun it is they're still kids and things happen. So that was sad. But the Blades brothers, they're an icon from University of Miami. Jimmy Johnson and Michael Irvin, and they all played together in Fort Lauderdale. They all played against each other from Piper High School and down in the Inver area. So they've been friends and they've been colleagues and players back in the day. So they're truly our homeschool royalty from right here, right in Fort Lauderdale. Pretty exciting.
I know.
So,
I know. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but I heard that Benny also was the last player to intercept a pass from the great Brett Favre. So Brett Favre is now on the radar. I heard that he has a little payback. I heard that he is actually going to come on the show and talk with Benny. I mean, it's an exciting time in the business. And I think that right now we can take a shot in the arm for everybody who wants to get entertained and have a good time with that stuff. So we're going to be kicking that off in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks from yesterday on the 23rd, and it is kicking off as we put out all the past couple weeks and as we do over and over again. We will be airing that on WWNN. So that will be airing on 3 FMs and 1 AM station, as well as our streaming platforms, and as well as going forward potentially on Roku and Amazon. So that will be downloadable also, with sponsors coming forward like the dry cleaner, A&T Dry Cleaners, the Nathanson Brothers, Wines for Humanity as their sponsorship. So a lot of that going on, because you know what? It is about not pivoting a business anymore. It's about changing your entire approach to how you grow your business. Because now what's everyone looking for? Sports, wine, beer, dry cleaning, right? All of that is really important. So this is the time to think about what you do in your business and how you can get your word out there by helping another. It's not just about helping you, it's about helping others. And they are bringing this football season and this show forward. So that's fantastic. And we have that video also, the commercial for what's it say? Keep it dirty, my friend. I think it's A&T Dry Cleaners, which is really funny.
Magical place. And in that venue, I mean, that's in 2 weeks. We're going to be talking about that every day from here to 2 weeks, and we're going to put some promo stuff out as well. But I also wanted to talk to you about Jeff from Promo Stuff for You. I spoke to Andrea yesterday, and we talked about the success that we had with your CBD store. Which is an amazing concept. Yes, I mean, it blew it up. I want to do that whole blow up again for first responders. I know that they're doing that. We're going to do a call to action for that stuff. But I spoke to Andrea yesterday, and they are in the promo business. And there's a banner. I don't know if Teddy can bring it up. There's a banner, and they want to do the same shout out where they're giving you a huge discount for a technique that I have never ever used, and I don't really. But this particular banner shows postcards that are used to send out. And these are some of the samples that they're doing. And they want the first 25 people to call that number, 561-693-2117. These are postcards for your business. And they are giving a huge discount on this thing. I mean, I told her, you might as well just give it away. I think the only charge is on putting the postcard together and mailing it out. But that particular number, I want to keep up on the board. The number is Andrea's way of giving back to the community, get the businesses started to promote to people. And we know that people aren't going out yet. We understand that. But it takes a couple of weeks to get these campaigns going. So unlike CBD that was delivering the stuff, and I have yours and Teddy's with me, I put them on the lock and key because I'm going to tell you they're pretty good.
I gotta have a little chit chat with you about this whole situation. You pick up our CBD and you take it home. You get the things delivered to your house and you keep them home. You, my friend, are under quarantine. So
yeah, but I'll take it to the store.
Let me clean out the cobwebs in your head, because Teddy and I are going back to studio on Monday to work because we have been on quarantine for 2 weeks and we are good to go. However, you have all of my necessities in your home. So I'm just saying, somehow the magical fairy needs to fly them back over to our AMP2 Media Production Studio so we can partake in those CBD bath bombs. We can partake in some of the promotions, our new promotional lights, our new cowbells, all of these things that you have now under lock and key in your house. So think about that this weekend.
First of all,
Yes.
I told you I would drop them off and you guys will get your stuff. I don't have any problem with that. None whatsoever. I will make sure that everything you guys are going to get, you guys will get it. But the bottom line is, and Teddy, I don't know, I need the phone number back up because I don't remember the number, or put it down as a display here.
561-693-2117, promostuff.com.
Yes, let's get your promos done. Let's get your postcards up and going. Give Andrea a call, 561-693-2117. At least you can put a plan together and you can put it in play as to what it is that you want to send out. I hear the postcards are a very effective way of getting your business out there. So if you're a new business, it sort of gives you a jump start. And if you're an old business and you've known the techniques on how to use this thing, I saw Antonio's Pizza, they've done work for everybody with this stuff. So that is their way of giving back to the community. I'm really excited about that.
You know what excites me more than that, though? I have to tell you what excites me more than that is the branding games. And I know we have a flyer for that also that we'll talk about later on in the day. The games, the Boredom Busters, those are the best ideas. Oh my gosh, travel checkers. And Jeff, I know you're watching. I want to add to our promotional things. And yes, Freddie, since you and I are not working together in studio, I'm going to continue to shop. So they have bubble necklaces. So I can't think of anyone else that needs a bubble necklace more than I do to go with my wand. So I can sit on set and I can just blow bubbles. So I think that just adds to the entire concept of the bubbles, the wand, your hat, your cowbells, the lights. Talk about ideas to brand what we do, and Jeff will help all of your businesses find the perfect idea to brand you. The checkers, the coloring books, so many of those things, the pickup sticks. It's like, and they're so inexpensive. They're like a couple dollars a piece, which I think is spectacular. So you can contact.
I asked him for board games, and he said to me, "What is that?" And we went on and on. He says, "You mean game boards? Is there a different way of announcing board games, game boards? Is there a right way to do this?"
It's like paper toilet and toilet paper. You know, it's all the same for you, Freddie.
I see. Okay. All right. Very good.
Let's take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Jenny Azulai from Moxie B2B to see what's happening in the digital marketing space. Thank our sponsors, Tracy from Healing Moments, Leslie from Carmen Care Health and Wellness Institute. We've got Dignity Memorial joining us later today, your CBD store. And you know what? All of these businesses are continuing to grow and push out there and advertise. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hot topics.
Hot topics. Hot topics of the day. Actually, Freddie, we're going to bring Jenny Azulay over from Moxie B2B. And while we do that, our digital marketing platform that we use through MobiPop is getting ready to send out a new text blast for the weekend. So that's going to be happening, and check your inbox on your phone. It's not even an inbox, your text message, your SMS texting. You're going to get a new text message from us in the Brooklyn Cafe Show on how we can help elevate and reposition your business through our video, radio, streaming, production platforms. And as we're talking digital space, we've got our friend Jenny with us from Moxie. How are you doing, honey?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing great. How about you?
We're good. It's been a long time.
I like this transformation. Look at Jenny. She looks like $1 million freaking dollars.
Right?
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, because as you know, I can't get my hair done, or I actually had to remove my acrylic nails one by one. And so it's been an interesting transition. So thank you for that. And thank you for the opportunity to actually do my hair and makeup today.
Anything to give you an excuse.
Which has not been part of the daily routine these days. But I know it's been a long time since I've seen you guys, quite a while. And a lot is going on. I was listening to what you guys were talking about earlier. And yes, right now, this is a time of transformation and discovery for businesses. So digital marketing is like, the demand is higher than ever, because this is the way we can communicate now. We can't have in-person meetings anymore, right? Or presently, we can't gather and have special events. So many conferences were canceled, special events, conferences, all these things. So right now is a great time for companies to work with Moxie and other branding firms out there to rediscover themselves and see what alternative marketing means they can adopt in this new normal, in this new environment.
What are some ideas? We were just talking about promotional pieces. I know you do, but you do a lot of other digital marketing ideas as well. So what are some of the offerings that Moxie B2B does?
Well, we do complete logo design. We do branding and website development, all internally. We do not outsource. We do content generation. We do social media management. We do marketing strategy. So basically, if I were to put it like in one succinct term, we serve as a company's external marketing team. So right now, especially, a lot of companies have downsized and may have even gotten rid of their marketing team or really brought it down to 1 or 2 people. So we can serve as completely an external marketing team or an auxiliary marketing team. So we can pick up the bandwidth that, let's say, 1 or 2 people that normally was a department of 10 or 15 were fulfilling those roles. So that also can be with efforts of PR. It could be with efforts of marketing, coming out with a timeline and a strategy. And some of the things too are being creative. Right now, offering webinars is a big thing, as you can imagine. Doing these virtual meetings. I think people are really taking advantage of this time to share their knowledge and engage in relationship building, albeit virtually. But
I'm glad to hear that you're doing websites, because actually a couple clients have come to us and said they need help with websites, they need help with WordPress, and I didn't know who to send them to. So now
yes.
I do all of that. I've got a couple that are sitting that I didn't have any information to give them, which is so unique for us not to have a contact for that, but I'm glad we do now. So you do that as well.
Oh, yes, we always have, actually. We've always done websites. And the thing is, we both have the front end and back end capabilities. So we both have the graphic design and the web development expertise in house. So so this is.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask you, because being that we are a video platform, you got to have the capabilities, front end, back end, to be able to do video and to capture video and to be able to manipulate it and things of that nature. And I wanted to ask you, it's kind of strange because a lot of businesses nowadays, they look at the key ingredients that they've always thought that it's there, like a website. And all of a sudden, the focus has changed and it's become important. It's like a lifeline. And you need to have these components in play in order for you to be successful. Now that we're in the soup here, to get out of the soup, you need all the things that you took advantage of before, and you got to make it dazzling. You got to take advantage of it. It's got to sparkle. It's got to work correctly. How do you feel about the new norm, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Well, I think this is forcing companies to take a hard look at how they've been working. Many times companies, if they have a flow of business, generally through word of mouth, or they have a lot of inbound leads, many times they become complacent and don't invest in updating the website or in their marketing efforts. But guess what? When the well is dry, as it is now, we have to think about that. And that's why ideally you're supposed to be doing this, throughout your life cycle, throughout the year when you're planning. However, right now, I think this is a great time for businesses to say, okay, maybe I need a fresher, let's like a makeover. Do we need to revisit our branding strategy? Do we need to take a look at updating our logo, our website? Have we been in contact with our people? Have we sent out email blasts? Have we been even informational? I think you mentioned about giving back. I think this is an important time also for any of us to share our knowledge and expertise as thought leaders to help shepherd people and companies through this process, and to keep on the positive and keep on the up and up. So I think right now, this is going to be a lesson that businesses will not soon forget, that they cannot neglect their digital marketing and their overall, web and virtual presence. It's vital.
And it's so interesting you say that, because we all have, I know, Freddie, you don't have downtime, but a lot of people right now have downtime. But yet you're not seeing their digital presence grow, because people are in this paralyzation, this fear. They're paralyzed by what they're watching on TV, and they're getting ready to get ready, and they're getting ready to get off the couch, and they're getting ready to start on their phone. But wait, there's another headline scrolling across the bottom of your screen that's going to paralyze you more not to do it. It's this whole mindset. So whereas people should be doing this if they can on their own, they're not. So if you're not, that's great. And if that's not your strength, that's great, because you can call Moxie and they can do this for you. And right? I mean,
yes,
let everything in our strength. We hire those teams to support us that is your strength.
Yes, but on that note that you mentioned, look, mental health is a big issue right now. I read a very recent article in the Rolling Stone magazine about this pervasive exhaustion a lot of us are feeling. And it's like, on the one hand, thank God we're healthy and safe, but when you're, quarantined and you're stuck and you're not like doing your normal routine, it's this sheltering in place, it does really have an effect. So I really encourage people to, use all outlets, even socially, even, tuning into your show, doing Zoom calls. I mean, lately, some of my girlfriends and I have been doing happy hours via Zoom. We did a virtual birthday party the other day for somebody. So, we need connection. And it is hard. You and I have talked about this before. You can't get ready to get ready. But at the same time, we can't neglect or like undervalue what someone's experience is. And this is a very challenging experience for many, even if they are completely healthy. So yes, so outreach is important. Your support system is important. And of course, Moxie is here to help with, your marketing needs and shepherd you through this process. And that's the great thing about it. It's not all or nothing. We can build a plan that's taking into account 6 months, a year. It doesn't have to be everything done today, this moment, this instant, which can be like overwhelming. So we will work on a reasonable pace, and we're here, and really glad to be able to see you guys and hear that you're out there doing more and moving and shaking and still shining a light in all of this. So
you got to shine a light, right? Because we are getting through this, and every day we're getting through this more and more. And in my heart of hearts, I know by the end of this weekend, Monday's going to have some amazing news. And I talk about this all the time. Whatever God faith you believe in, this is the week that we are culminating through it all and living all of these plagues and fears. And as Freddie says, we're looking back, we're remembering, we're giving back. So by the end of all of this week and Easter and Passover, I think everyone's just got to keep going. You have to keep going, because this is about having hope and putting your team together, right? If people didn't know Jenny and Moxie before and you need help, and now you do. And you look incredible, by the way.
She does.
Thank you. That is so sweet. You guys just made my week.
How are
my
you
month,
feeling?
actually.
She looks like $1 million. Jenny, we've been doing this program. We've been doing this program at the cafe for almost 5 years now, and we've been doing it at the radio station for almost 8 years now. And what we've done is, and I'm very proud of this, we actually opened up a new channel for the community to come in and do their shows. Now, we didn't launch it right away because we want to make sure that it looks as good as it looks today. And it's important for us to raise the level. I don't want to just put a phone in somebody's face and say, okay, here, that's not coming back. That is doing the old stuff over and over and over again. And they will tell you, I don't believe in that. I didn't even believe in Facebook until Dawn suggested it 5 years ago, and my son argued with me, I've been telling you, let's do it. I didn't even believe in Facebook. I thought it was a waste of time. But yesterday, we had Joy, who opened up her first show. First time she's ever done it. She did it by herself from her home. She hooked up the wiring. It took a couple of days to get that out of the way, and she had to go buy one. And it worked out. It's called Repositioning Ourselves. And she did a 27-minute show yesterday. And I'm going to tell you something. It hurt me a little bit to watch it talk about some of the personal things that she went through in this whole new rediscovering herself. And I don't know Joy that well. I think she's a great gal. I think Dawn even knows her better than I, because Dawn is the one that brought her to me on the show. But some of the stuff that she talked about, some of the hurt, some of the pain, and how she's grown, and she's going to take this opportunity to grow even more. That show did tremendous for its first time show. It was perfectly laced. It has spots in it. She did a nice lower third. She offered her services as a massage. Is it massage or masseuse?
Massage
Therapist.
Massage therapist.
And she's also into the physique. She's a gym and athlete and stuff. But some of the stories that came out of her, if you watch that show, we have it on the AMP Media Communications website, on Facebook page. If you watch that show, which everybody did, she had over 1,000 hits on that show, because it simply was true. It was about who she was. It's a side that I don't think anybody's ever seen of Joy. I know I haven't. And it's about that. It's about using these platforms, recreating them, making them stronger. Now you have Jenny in your corner. If you want to take your business to another level, if you want to be smart and do it correctly, Jenny, it's about consistency. I always tell Dawn, a champion wins over and over and over again. To do it one time is not a champion. That's just a player. And I'm glad that you've come on the show. It's been a long time, and I want to work with you on this new platform that we're putting out there. It is open to the community. We're not asking anything in return except that you follow some of the rules, because we want it to look just like Jenny looks right now.
Well, that's awesome. Yes, consistency is absolutely an issue. And also, like you said, we can't just all of a sudden be in panic mode. And then on top of, as you said, Dawn, reading the headlines and feeding into the panic. So yes, now is the time to build up your support system, do reach out, because again, mental health, I think, is pivotal right now. And we need that also. We need encouragement. We need to build great teams. And that's the thing. We can help. We can definitely help. And, you know, you could look at your team. I mean, we become better when we surround ourselves with people who are going to elevate us. So that's what I think things are about right now. And I see a lot of great efforts, you know, supporting first responders. I see a lot of donations happening. Our synagogue has like a sandwich patrol, and they're delivering to, you know, the elderly. So there's a lot of great things we're seeing come out of the community. And at the same time, we also do have to address the reality of staying in business and growing business and considering new options. If you're in a situation where, you know, you've lost your job and you don't have a foreseeable, you know, income. So this is a time, like I said, for rediscovery and, you know, introspection and growth. And I, you know, more than happy to consult with anybody about this. And I love seeing you guys. It's great. And I love the hat, Freddie.
Love the hat.
Always the hat, baby.
And social media, it's so important, and it's nice to know that Moxie is doing all those things. Can I just shift real quick over to your ADL hat?
Of course. Yes, absolutely.
What is happening in the scope of, because unfortunately, hate is continuing even through all of these times. I'm sorry to say you're still in business. I wish I could only say the ADL was able to go out of business because there was no more hate. But this continues. What are you seeing, and what are you all working towards right now?
Well, interestingly, we did have I'm the vice chair of the Civil Rights Committee for the ADL Florida region, and we did have a Zoom call a few weeks back. And unfortunately, there are those out there who have used this to capitalize on hate and scapegoat. So in addition to Asian people being victim to physical and verbal assault, there has also been anti-Semitic theories thrown around behind conspiracy theories that blaming the Jewish people and Israelis for COVID-19. So I was like, it was so disheartening to hear this and to know that there are conversations happening like this on the dark web and with a lot of extremism. So unfortunately, we won't be out of business anytime soon. And we've had to, I've had to recently report things on Facebook that I see commentary. And that's kind of what we, as an ADL hat and a brand ambassador, if you will, that's sort of, we have to be the extended eyes and ears, because even though they have a Center of Extremism department and they have, you know, an amazing staff, they're stretched way too thin, and there's too much hate going on in this world. So all of us have to serve as eyes and ears. So if I see something on Facebook or on Twitter, I mean, the statistics are kind of staggering, actually, on anti-Semitism and on hate in particular. So yeah, we still have a lot of work ahead of us, and there actually is a new initiative about fighting hate from home. So ADL has a number of webinars. If you go to adl.org, you can tap into those and those resources.
Wow. You got to let us know about those resources. And we've done, Freddie, it's hard to imagine the amount of shows and networking and things that we've done, that we met Jenny years ago through our connection through ADL when we were working with their No Place for Hate program in the schools. And I'm sure right now when the kids are not in school, there's just more things that are perpetuating, like Jay Farrow talked about yesterday in the bullying when he was a kid. So if we can do anything on our end and get this out to these kids on their online platforms or people with No Place for Hate and ADL, please let us know. We are always here to help spread whatever messages we can.
For sure, and we appreciate that. And wait, I gotta say, I'm thinking it was 2016 when we met. Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We actually did the ADL down at the arena.
Yes.
Yep.
Remember,
And I met you though, I think it was at Maggiano's at a networking event, right?
Absolutely.
And actually it was your husband, Dawn. He's like, you have to meet my wife.
Yeah. Well, we were there. I remember that. So, it's always about the networking connections and keeping community together. How do people find you and Moxie?
Okay, our website, we have a new website, Moxie, MOXIE.biz. So very easy. And also my phone number, which you have displayed, anyone can text or call me, 732-567-0683, Jersey in the house, kept my number. But we are here local to South Florida. It's been almost 8 years. This summer will be 8 years that we've relocated. So
amazing.
And how are your families?
Everyone is good. We send our best to your dad. I hope he has a speedy recovery.
Thank you so much.
We're thinking of everyone. Have a happy Passover. Have a safe weekend. Thank you so much, Jenny.
Happy Passover. Happy Easter, Freddie. And, sending lots of love to everybody.
Thank you so much.
You're the best,
Bye.
Jenny. We'll be in touch.
Thanks, Jenny. Contact Jenny at Moxie, B2B, moxie.biz, MOXIE.biz. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, getting ready to roll into the rest of our day. Give us a call at 866-224-5422. Let's see just how busy we can make Freddie's phone ring. I think that should be our call to action today. Stay tuned, and we'll be back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Does your business MobiPop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back. Wow, what a week is all I can tell you.
I tell you, it's really strange that Jenny was talking about just how much hate doesn't take a vacation, and how unfortunately, even during this times that we're going through, people try to take advantage of other people. I've seen scams about the IRS, and people are using scams to hurt people. It just doesn't make any sense to me, you know, about how people can be so ruthless, especially with the word hate, which is a word in our house when mom and dad were alive was never allowed to be said. That and the word stupid, 2 words that I can't stand, was never allowed to be said. And every time I hear it, or I get angry enough that I think it reminds me of them. And the ADL is a great organization. My hats go off to them. I know that we did a lot of work with them at one time, and we even took it to the stadium. And we had a lot of fun with that. And we learned how to use that platform. And we did it for the next 3 consecutive years, right? With different organizations.
Absolutely.
But in that sense, I want to talk a little bit about how the AMP Media Communications channel worked yesterday.
AMP Media Productions.
AMP Media Productions. Oh, it's not communications no more? It's no AMC now, it's AMP?
AMP.
Yes.
Either way you look at it on the grid, remember it's AMP, so it's AMP 2TV, and then it's AMP plus New Dawn Media, AMP Media Production. So it's AMP either way you look at it. It's like the crazy hot skills. AMP.
I stand correct, yes. But the platform worked really, really nice yesterday. And I've even learned how to isolate shows like Fuego that was on the network yesterday. And I got it transferred over to their YouTube page. You know, Fuego has their own YouTube page. It is a Spanish-only platform, and I was amazed at the numbers that they generated on that show. He had callers from Canada, he had callers from South America, and I said to him, instead of using callers on the phone, he takes his phone and he puts his phone on the computer. And I told him, don't do that. Just give them another window, because our program works that way. And you can see them, even if you can't hear them. You know, you could use our program even on your phone. You realize that. Just do me a favor, if you use the phone, put the phone in a position that doesn't move. So keep it in a standby position. That way I won't get seasick. But it will work. And it will work. It won't work 100% of the time. It'll work maybe 80% of the time, but it's better than picking up the phone. But I really love the opportunity of extending this on to the community, to giving them an opportunity to come forward. I know that Jeff wants to do it. I know that Gen G wants to do it. All these businesses want to come forward and they want to send their message, and they want to do it in a controlled environment where they can interview other people, like the Love Show this afternoon.
It's at 3 o'clock with Kenny Love, and he's got a lot of great guests. I know he's got Cantor Sharon on and some other fantastic guests, a lot of moving pieces that we're able to produce from everyone's home where they are. So a lot of things that are happening. I am going to go to the studio so I can talk to them through our microphones, and it will be produced outside of the studio. So I will be there by myself, and everyone else will be doing everything remotely. So everyone is still being efficiently quarantined. So it is. And we keep going and doing. Yesterday, I stopped by Tracy's at Healing Moments. And I have to tell you, it brought a tear to my eyes, as many things do lately, that she was open and she was there helping people. And she's got incredible, incredible modalities at her salon, at her spa. She's got the infrared sauna, and the heat from the infrared sauna has been known and is used for killing viruses, and the heat of it, and it is cleaned down between everybody, and that is available by appointment only. The 2.5 water, the Thieves cleaning products, the inhalation that's killing viruses and mold and bacteria. She has all of these at Healing Moments, and she's making appointments. So I knew I had to be there at a certain time, and you and I happened to be on a phone call that was extended. So now you know why I had to do what I did, because I was trying to do 2 things at once, but I was able to get done when I had to get done. And we've got some other friends that are reaching out to us. Daphne from Daphne's Vitamin Concept is going to be joining us next week, because she, again, is considered an essential, and she has some inside information through what she does with her biomeridian testing of things that are showing up and products that are helping. She can never use that C word, but things that are helping people get over different conditions and symptoms as well with this virus. So she's going to be joining us next week. She's been very, very busy and is able to send products to your home. So no one is coming to her. She is sending everything out. So there's a lot of incredible outreach in our community, and Health and Vitamin Concepts. Daphne has been in the community forever and ever, and she's on Southwest 18th Street. Everyone knows her better as Daphne's. We call her Merlin. You know, she almost needs like a hat. We need to do an animation for her, and that's like her face wearing a Merlin's hat, because that is what she does. She's so spectacular a woman. So there's a lot of resources that we've worked with for so many years that has said, why didn't you reach out to us? It's not that we haven't reach out to us, because if you know what we're doing, just send us a text, send me a text, send Freddie a text. Find us on our MobiPop. You can text CAFE, C-A-F-E, to 55312, and we will get that message as well. It's not that we're not thinking, it's just there's so many people to think about that we want to bring you forward. So Daphne said yesterday, why didn't you call me? I said, just text me again. She was having a problem with her phone. So she and I had a nice little chit chat yesterday, and she's doing great. She said,
and it's really nice. In the middle of the week, we had Ann and Dr. Dan, which I just love that show. That's the spiritual along with the medical side. And I think they have a great combination. And he has a program that more people should learn and hear about. He has something that he's been working with that seems, in my estimation, and I'm going to get in touch with him, makes a whole lot of sense, because he does it from the biology side of your making, of your DNA. So, you know, one size does not fit all. And he proves that. I mean, they're losing weight, they're stronger, they're healthier, they're doing what they do. And that show we put on Wednesdays, I look forward to that show because it's right in the middle of the week. You know, you could be having a bad week and you see that show and you talk to these people, and all of a sudden, Ann and Dr. Dan, they turn it around.
And his program is called Rejuvenate with the number 8 MD. So they can reach out to him as well. But the promo stuff for you piece, you know what? If you've got time this weekend, think about how you can promote your business. Whether you want to do it through digital marketing, whether you need social media content, website development, you can contact Jenny Azulay at moxie.biz, moxi.biz. We can get you her information. If you want a branding product, they do that as well as promo stuff for you. Think about what you want to market. I'm really excited to get, not the cowbells, I know those are your thing, but I'm excited to get our lights. I'm excited to get the bubble necklaces. So many fun things that when people do it, what is your mission? What is your message that you want to get across to people? You know, we have our business message, but individually, you have your brand, I have mine, and we sort of come together like chocolate and peanut butter in this crazy mix of, I don't know how we do what we do, but we do it, and that's under their...
Doing. The reason I love bells, let me tell you, bells have been with us since the beginning of creation. And the bell rings, it changes. The bell rings, it is time for change. That's what I love about these bells. The people are asking for them. If they put it on their desk, if they put it in their home, if you ring a bell once a day, it will change your life. It is a constant reminder that when that bell rings, it's time to go on the air. It's time to do what you do. It is time for change. That's what I love about the bells. Now, it doesn't even have to be as complicated in branding. Just the lights that he's going to be sending. Look at that. The light. Everybody needs one on their laptop because everybody's on their computers now. That is a very simple way of branding. Yeah. 6 inches. There you go. But that light goes on the computer. And it gives, I mean, look at you. It gives you a round good look to do and take your business to another level if you're going to be doing video. It's simple stuff. It doesn't have to be complicated. And they're doing the blast with the cards. They're talking about the blast also with the postcards. It doesn't have to be complicated. You want to create the new path. And it's all about the new for me today. It's all about the changing what we did as of yesterday and beyond, and starting a whole new layer of skin today, taking things to the next level. You know, I know that Jody's watching from WNN, and I have to extend my appreciation. There is a working studio at the radio station, which is a copy of what we did at the theater. It is a smaller version. But how many radio stations can you walk into and have a mini studio with that holds up to 12 people? And you can go in there and you can do a production in video and audio and podcasting and social media and yada, yada, yada. And then I say TV. All of that can be done from our location and from that location. And I think, if you ask me, that is the future of media, because we could do the written, we have the kids working on banners now. We do all of that. And when you start adding in these people doing, sky's the limit. There is no reason that your business shouldn't prosper.
Absolutely. And when this is all passed and we go into their new way of being, that things will change and maybe people will be a little bit cleanlier, right? Find a new way to appreciate each other, wash your hands a little bit more, maybe take a shower a little bit more, use a CBD bath bomb from your CBD store. All of those things that you'll be able to do hopefully in the next couple weeks. We are getting back into the studio next week because we've been on our 2-week quarantine. And yes, we are considered official business. We are considered under the media umbrella. So I will be back in studio on Monday and you will be home. And we're going to keep rolling and going and doing what we do to help elevate, bring your business forward. And you can do that from home. And when all of this clears, you'll be able to join us again back in our studio, in our AMP Media Productions Network, in our theater to bring back in big shows. I know the Florida Love Show is going to be doing a tremendous kickoff as soon as we're able to have people back in there, studio audience. And what Ken does is spectacular. He brings roses and balloons and music and singers. And you know what? This is what the world needs, they say right now, is love, right? So his message is so timely. Next 2 Thursdays from now, we're kicking off the 2-minute warning with Benny Blades, with the football draft. And you know what? It's what you got to do. You got to keep the faith and have some fun and do what you got to do. And I'm telling you, if you see those scrolling headlines underneath, just don't put on your glasses and read them is all I can tell you. Enjoy what you're watching on TV. Enjoy the time to yourself and have a wonderful weekend.
That's right. And just remember, keep the faith. And in your world, you don't eat anything that rises. And in my world, I eat everything that rises. So it's the perfect balance. Just keep your head up. Keep it going. Keep looking up. Things are going to get better. I got good news out of New York. My sister and everybody else sent me better news. Not about the deaths. I heard all about those. But also that the number of new cases is down to about 200. And that's amazing. This is working. The quarantine is working. The stay at home, the distancing, it is working. I heard also Delray Beach mandated you must wear a mask when you go out. Or is it Boca? One or the other. It doesn't matter because they're going to do it all over. You're going to have to wear a mask when you go outside. It's coming. But you know what? Use a little common sense. Just put a mask or a bandana or something that you have when you go outside till you get wherever you're going to go, and then it's your choice. Still giving you choice because, again, I was told this is America, but they are going to make you wear the bandanas. It's coming. It's coming. It's just part of trying to squash this thing because it's a runaway train, and we got to find ways of doing it. So there you have it.
All right, we'll be back with Fuego at 11 and at 12 o'clock back to our midday show. We've got an incredible public service announcement coming to you from Light It Up Green for MD. You don't want to miss that. We've got Jen G joining us on the 1 o'clock hour. We've got a lot more lined up for you today. And at 12 o'clock, we also have Wayne from Dignity Memorial joining us. So again, a huge thank you to our sponsors and everyone. Be safe, be kind. We'll see you in a few hours.
And don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.